think I always loved the art of dancing and performing. And as I was finishing college and kind of contemplating what I wanted to do, I was trying to introduce different things. So I was writing, I was doing mental health articles, and I really felt inspired to add something about expressing myself through words with dance, because with dance it's nonverbal, there's no communication happening, you're on the stage and you're kind of presenting yourself in this magical sphere of space. And then when I figured out, wow, there's a whole mental health aspect behind that. We have to take care of our psyche, our psychology. We have to communicate and talk about our feelings or our body. Like, is it hurting? Do we feel good? Do we have body issues? Whether we're looking in the mirror like 24/7, we have to be like so perfect. So I think combining mental health always played a role in dance, whether it is to have somebody to talk with or just to even journal your feelings and express how you're feeling throughout the days.
I love that. Did you start ballet as a child, or you
Yes.
started later?
As,
Oh,
as like a
okay.
baby, so like 3 years old, I just started in dance class, and from the first days that I saw the children in the studio, I never stopped dancing. I just absolutely love the art and love the, I think the discipline is also kind of innately pushed me to want to do it, because I feel like all of us growing up, we love discipline even though we don't really say that. Especially as like adults, it's hard to say we love discipline, because starting younger, it's a different ballpark. It's like when you're given discipline as a younger child, you're able to kind of activate those neurons and those, how your mind communicates with productivity and action steps, like how you kind of manifest your way around the world. And I think earlier on, it really helped me with discipline. So I think ballet, even just for everybody to connect with some kind of discipline, really helps to keep their mental health in check for sure as well.
I love that. I love that. No, ballet is hard. I mean, it looks hard from the stretching to the. Can you still do all of those things that you did when you were like 3 years old? 'Cause I know your legs.
Yeah,
You have.
yeah. So the thing is, when we start Pointe, it's around 13, 14, and every dance company and dance studio is different. So I guess according to your teacher, who you practice with, they're able to kind of see how strong you are to go on points. And once you start going on points, I remember in the School of American Ballet, we just went on point. So we didn't even do any kind of dancing yet. I think for a year, we were just,
Wow.
yeah, putting it on at the bar, going up and down in releve, and maybe doing some positions and getting our feet really comfortable. And I think that also played a really important role in being comfortable to dance on point, because we weren't rushed. So we were building slowly but steadily. And I think that really offers great benefits to dancers when you're not rushing through it. So you're building flexibility, strength, and we have some adults that are starting out just new, so they're not professionals. They're just learning the basic combinations, the basic steps at barre. So they're learning the plies, the tendus, the jetés, where it's just kind of figuring out how the body is able to coordinate with the legs and the arms. And it's so fun once we start turning, because you have to take into account spotting, whether we spot, front or diagonally, and practicing. It's so fun to see also, because I feel like whether we are experienced or not in any field, we have to learn. We always
Right.
learn, and it's so cool to see beginners, because you're able to kind of see how you were before,
Yeah,
and
the
you're,
growth.
yeah, and you're also able to help guide them along.
I like that. Are these online classes as well?
Yes, a lot of them are online, because so many students are in different like states, and some of them
Okay.
are different countries. So when they're preparing for like a competition or preparing to get into a ballet, like a summer intensive program, they can't all get into the studio. So yeah, we do a lot of virtual.
True. cool. Anybody from anywhere can.
I love the digital part of it also because we started doing like a YouTube, so posting snippets of either rehearsal or class or different ballet variations on point or stretching. So it's good to kind of have two things. So you work through digital to help people kind of have a bigger reach, to connect to different people, and then to connect in person, whether they want to do virtual classes or in studio classes. I think the most important thing is to have consistency. So whether we start the class with positive affirmations or we end the class with any questions students have, whether it is about ballet tips, how to help themselves maybe perfect a certain step or work on their mindfulness. I feel like being a teacher in dance, it's so great to have that awareness that kids need mindfulness guidance. And I think like growing up, we didn't have that so much. We had a lot of tools in terms of like dance and perfectionism, but when it comes to mindfulness, I think we're starting now more and more to realize the importance and implications that mindfulness has on your mental health and physical health, because I think even before performances, if your mental health is not good, it's really hard to have a good performance because I feel like when you're going on stage, so much of it is just your mindset even. It's like, are you ready to do the role? And not even physically, it's like mentally, are you capable of like having a positive mind, having all of your roles ready for performing? So
Yeah, so you're teaching the young girls. Are you doing just girls or guys?
no, we do girls and boys. So we have kids, we have teens, and we have adults also. So I feel like there's no age limit. I think it's so fun for everybody to have an opportunity to dance if they want to.
So basically, you're teaching them how to navigate life, really, in the process of it. How to handle life's problems, anything you're dealing with, and still be able to push through, and using dance as an outlet for that, basically.
Yeah, I love that actually. I think that's such a true thing. And as I was dancing growing up, I think just the art of being able to dance, it helped me have a more centered, grounded perspective on life. Because when I wasn't feeling like I was in the mood or I needed an outlet, I was able to just go and dance. And even if I couldn't go to my studio, I would go to my friend's house or just even in my room or in office space. It feels so nice to have that ability because dance is also it's movement. So it's somatic. It's connecting your mind and body to the presence, and there's such a healing factor as well because you're kind of giving yourself permission to move your body how you want to at your own pace. And ballet comes with such a beautiful healing music. We have orchestra music, and so often we just go on Spotify or YouTube and connect with the most beautiful music, and it's so healing. The art of music and the art of dance combined, I think, creates such a beautiful synergy, and that's why everybody loves going to the ballet, because it's kind of like a meditative experience. You are seeing costumes and magic, and you're hearing it as well. So it's so beautiful. Bullying is interesting because I think when you are in any field or whatever you're doing and you have this kind of like naive sense about yourself because you're just present and you're focused on the task, it's kind of surprising when bullies come to your surroundings because you're not expecting it. And it was interesting in the beginning because I really was kind of confused and I didn't even know it was bullying in the beginning. I just remember in like a studio space there was kids crowded around and I heard like snickering or laughing and I was like, what's going on? And then I heard somebody would say my name or something about what I was wearing or some childish things. People bully for different reasons,
Yeah, it's always something crazy.
Yeah, like who knows what's going on in their personal lives, or there's so many things going on behind the scenes. But I mean, I wasn't really affected because it wasn't really extreme. So I just remember being a little bit confused and being like, why do people do that, and why are they talking about me? You know, like I was like, why did they choose me to bully? I think whenever we get bullied, we try to put ourselves in this state of like, why me? And I
Right.
think we don't have to do that, because unless a friend comes to you and has something they want to say to you to help you, or something to offer you, or guidance, it's like there's no point to internalize it or victimize yourself. I think that's the thing
Right.
that happens really often. We victimize ourselves, which is fair if, you know, the bullying gets really extreme and there's no way out, or until you
Right.
realize the way out. That's actually, you know, it's dangerous, because it really does affect our mental health. Being
It
bullied,
does.
it's really horrible. So I personally didn't really have any issues after that. It just, you know, sometimes kids would do that and they try to psych themselves out before a performance or before an audition. They want to feel superior, feel more confident. And I think,
Oh. Mm.
yeah,
You must have been really, really good at what you were doing, because if they were trying to kill your confidence before you got on stage to feel superior.
that somebody told me that. And I was like, oh, I guess. Like,
That's what it sounds like to me.
thank you. That's so kind. Yeah, but it's true. I guess that's the thing. People usually bully when they feel lacking in something, and we all feel in periods of our lives lacking in something, but it's like how we get around to it. Like I remember
Right.
when I was little, I was watching an open class with a principal ballet dancer. I think it was like from ABT, and she was so beautiful. And I mean, we can choose to learn from somebody who's better than us in something,
That's what I
right? And we
thought.
can we can
Yes.
come and ask questions, and we can be inquisitive, and or we can be like, oh, I can't do that. Like I have to bully somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, you can always take the more positive route. I don't. I can't stand it when the kids or adults, because adults do it too. It's not just the kids. If they.
That's mindfulness is so important, because I feel like if the people who bully were given this kind of mindfulness, the tools, maybe they wouldn't bully so much, because they would
Right.
start to see what's happening, and they would kind of realign their behavioral patterns, and they would realize like,
Right.
oh, this is happening. I feel, you know, XYZ. I want to feel XYZ, and they would take the steps to go after or to improve. I think we have to teach kids the art of
Yes.
being better people by not hurting other people. It's like there's a healthy competition 100%, because ballet is so competitive, and there's a way to be graceful about it, and to be kind and courteous, but it does take a lot of self-respect, self-love, and self-awareness, and that's the journey of life. So I started writing poetry when I was getting more into the mental health aspect of life, and I was like, wow, I love dancing, it's so beautiful. And now that I found writing, which is also so fun, I want to kind of expand, and I want to express myself through words, and I really love to write. I love poetry, and I wanted to write a few different ebooks and guidebooks to connect people with their love, with heartbreak, whether it is going through different experiences in life, whether it's like girlhood and feeling confident, or going through betrayal, best friend breakups, all the
Yeah.
things that we experience in life,
Mm.
which gives us like a jolt of like panic or confusion until we integrate it and realize this is life, c'est la vie, and we have to just, you know, keep learning and growing. So I was writing that, and then with more and more dance, I was kind of inspired to do affirmations as well. So I started to write affirmations for girls and for boys to help them. And this is not specifically for dancers, this is for everybody, but it's inspired
Okay.
by dance, because
Okay.
there's like a discipline of elegance and gracefulness and kind of perfectionism, but not to be obsessed with the actual perfectionism. So there's like a slippery slope in terms of having that awareness that yes, ballet is a really intricate kind of sport, you could say, but not to
Mm.
become so obsessed with it and to let it control you. And that is also for it goes for anything. So whatever people are obsessed with, or whether it's like addiction, we have to figure out ways how not to be addicted. So that's kind of the journey that inspired me to do those affirmations as well. And I personally even love affirmations. I use them every day. I even would just write affirmations in my journal, and I feel like it's really it's a good way to rewire the brain because we talk to ourselves. We have different beliefs. We have different subconscious things running around, and when we pick up on that, we're like, oh my gosh, what am I thinking? What am I saying? And then like when we actually write our affirmations down on paper, it gives us some kind of like visual clarity of, oh wow, okay, I have to embody this a little more because this is positive, this is productive, this is going to lead me into more joy. And affirmations for me are like super helpful. It can also help boost your mood so quickly when you are going through something. When I'm going through like sadness or depression or any symptoms that require something to lift up our moods, people go to overeat or they go to
Yeah.
even overwork out. Again, it's like addiction personality. We have to kind of figure out how to deal with the emotions in the most healthy way possible. So I think affirmations really help.
They do. Matter of fact, my husband has me writing down notes and having them right here at my desk. What the
I
table right
love
here.
that.
But writing down the notes.
So whoever is scared to start, I think, which is we're all scared to start something at some time. So
So true.
I'd say feel really inspired that you're scared and keep going, because every time I did something, I was scared. It's like there's no way not to feel scared. That's an emotion that's kind of helping you over the hump. And once you get over that hump, the world from that space is so amazing because you're going to kind of look at yourself in a new light. You'll be able to see all those different emotions you have gone through, and through just keep on going and taking those steps that you need to create something or to work on something, whether it is to audition for a dance that you want to do, or to take a class, or to learn a brand new skill, which is so, it sounds so scary as adults. It's super scary. But as children, think about how excited we were to start something new. We were just running towards the playground and trying to play a new game with their friends or trying to do something fun. And I think we have to bring that childlike excitement back to ourselves as adults, because that's the only thing that's going to give us that energy and excitement to get over that hump of fear of failure. And there's no problem to have fear of failure. That's actually a great thing and means you were on the right path. Because it's like if you don't have that fear of failure, that means you're not even on the road to success. I think having failure is actually the number one contributor to your success because you're already on the road, and that's a beautiful thing. So fear and failure, these are things that we go through, and it's not something that should keep us stuck and keep us feeling small or shameful or like judging ourselves for it, because I know we can feel people's energy sometimes, or people's projection of their own failures on us when we don't succeed in something. But just like literally ignore that, because everybody is on the journey to learn more about themselves, and we're always learning about ourselves, what we're good at, what we can do better at. So whatever it is you want to do, take an internship, learn, ask questions, and keep going. As long as you have the inspiration, the motivation, the energy to keep going, you will create something beautiful within your reality.
I love that. That was a great answer to that question. Yeah.
Thank you.
Whoever is saying this should be inspired and motivated. Just
Yes.
go. Because failure just means you learn something in the process and you're growing.
Exactly.
So, all right, thank you so